Hey, you want to learn how to make this bison tallow from grass-fed bison? This is the most nutrient-dense cooking fat on the planet, and I'm going to show you how to make it. It's super easy. I'm going to show you how to turn this bison kidney fat, or suet as it's called, into the most delicious and nutrient-dense cooking fat, that is tallow. The only thing you need is a pot slightly larger than what you want to render to transfer this solid piece of ground kidney fat into delicious and creamy tallow. So large pot, some time, and a couple of mason jars to bottle it once we're done. So the key here with rendering is we don't want to wipe out all of the good nutrients in the fat. There is all of the fat soluble vitamins, A, D, E, K, minerals, all of the good stuff is in there. We don't want to denature all of that, so we're going to do it low and slow. And I want to say thanks to Jackson Hole Buffalo Company for sending this over. They make incredibly delicious bison and other wild game products, including the fat. They have ancestor organ mixes. They have obviously all of the steak, the muscle meat. And so we've been using some of the products here for a while. We got some tongue, some liver steak, heart, ancestor blend. We got a lot of good stuff that we're gonna be cooking up here over the next couple of days. But today we're gonna do the tallow. We just leave it in there. It's already ground, so it should melt relatively quickly on low heat, and we'll wait. It's been 20 minutes. Let's take a peek. And it's, I want to say, about halfway melted. And what you can see is normally when you render tallow, you see a lot of the skin parts called the crackling, which you can then actually eat. It's very good. But because this fat came already pretty clean and ground, there are not a whole lot of cracklings or impurities that we have to then remove or scoop off. So we can probably use this fat almost as it is without any sort of filtration. Well, it's been simmering now for about an hour or so. Let's take a look. There's actually a fair amount of cracklings in there, I guess, from the meat. It looks like boiled ground meat in there now, boiled in fat. So that's gonna be super delicious. So we're gonna let it boil here for another maybe 20-30 minutes or so, and then we'll scoop it out and see how it is. Now that it's cooled down enough, we have the rendered fat. Now we're gonna scoop this in here. And that meat we're gonna keep and eat later. All right, almost through. You can see how yellow it is. That's usually an indication for grass-fed nature of this fat. This is super nutritious, and we're gonna let it cool down now. It's gonna solidify. It's gonna turn whiter. You can see it here at the end already, but it's gonna solidify now as it cools down because there's a lot of saturated fat, the good fat. And again, thanks so much for Jackson Hole Buffalo Company for sending this over. Of course, if you want to do this on a grander scale to make it worth it, you would render down significantly more fat than the 2 pounds of fat. All right, there you have it. That's the finished tallow, nice and solid, and we're gonna start using this for breakfast.